Welcome back to Taja's Garden. I'm the gardening realtor, and if you're new here, I'm glad you're here. If you're returning, welcome back. So today we are going to be making our own seed starting mix. So I used to faithfully go and just purchase seed starting mix, but this year is actually going to be my first year making my own seed starting mix. I want to kind of compare it both in price and the quality of it, and I want to take you guys along with me. Ingredients are going to be perlite, vermiculite, coco coir, and earthworm castings. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up your coco coir, and we're actually going to use all 3 of these blocks. Boil, use some water, and then it's going to expand. Alright, I know what you are thinking. This is going to be a lot of soil. Well, when I tell you how much seeds I actually start per year, you're gonna think this probably isn't even enough. So I typically start a couple hundred seeds a year. Now this was 4 pounds of coco coir, and since I use the entire pack, I'm going to use the entire pack of both vermiculite and perlite. Perlite is going to create aeration for the plants and the roots. It's going to allow for proper drainage and just keep the soil aerated. Coco coir also allows for proper drainage. So when you are making this much soil, you want at least 8 to 9 quarts of perlite, and since this is 8 quarts, I use the entire bag. And the vermiculite, this is 8 quarts, so I'm going to use this entire bag as well. So the vermiculite is going to hold on to the moisture, which is going to be perfect for seed starting. It's going to make it where the soil doesn't dry out too fast. Alright, and another reason why I'm using coco coir is because coco coir is neutral in pH versus peat moss, which can be acidic. Look how airy that is and fluffy that is. That is perfect for seed starting. So what I'm going to do is take what I need, and the reason I'm doing it this way is because this is the only bag of earthworm castings that I have at the moment. I'm going to just pour that amount. The good thing is your seeds don't need any type of nutrients, but your plants will need it once they start to sprout. So I'm not using all of this right now, so I don't want to put the the earthworm castings in it at the moment because I'm not quite sure when I will use it, and I don't want the earthworm castings to just sit here, and I probably could use it for something else outside. So if you are going to put earthworm castings in it right away in the entire container, I'll add the recipe to the screen so that you can know just how much to add. So you want to go through and push it down a little bit just to give your seed a little hole to go in there. Make sure there's no gaps in the soil. Some people actually grow directly in vermiculite and they don't have any issues. And if you would like to grow directly in coco coir, you can too, but you will have to add some type of nutrients after the plant actually sprouts. So the Perlite is going to help keep the soil from becoming hydrophobic so fast. If you have ever noticed, like when you're spraying your soil, after a while, the soil just becomes hydrophobic when you're growing seeds, if the seeds take a little bit to grow. So the Perlite is going to help stop that. So I'm going to go ahead and plant some seeds today. I'm actually having a gardening class here in Tulsa on March 14th. So I'm starting these seeds because when I first started growing plants, this was my best, like I had the most success out of this Roma VF variety. So I'm going to make sure that I grow this for them to help them, because most of the people who come to my gardening classes are beginner gardeners. Now I'm going to go through and just sprinkle a little bit of soil to cover those seeds. You want to be careful not to pour the seeds back into the container of the soil. Alright, now we're going to go through and spray just to make sure that the soil is nice and moist and the seed is nice and moist. Okay, now I'm going to go put this on the heating mat and put a humidity dome over it. We're going to put this little thermometer right through this hole, and we're going to keep this thermometer inside of the soil. And then we're going to close it up. Now that I have it plugged in, this is how you're going to be able to keep up with the temperature. Hold this down, the little setting wheel thing, and then you can turn it up or down based on how high or how warm you would like it to be. Tomato seeds, they germinate between 70 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm actually going to go halfway and put this up to 75. I don't want it too hot, because if it gets too hot, then it can actually make the seed just not viable. I think we're safe at 75. Plus it's pretty warm in here, so I think we'll be fine at 75. It's already saying that it's 76 degrees, so I think that will be fine. You definitely want to keep this humidity dome over it, because that's going to hold in the moisture. And once it heats up in there, that when it starts to try to evaporate, then it's going to get caught up in here, which is going to keep the seed moist. Now I'm going to come in here and check every single day, which you definitely should, for sprouts. And as soon as you see a tomato seed sprout, you want to take this dome off. The seed actually likes humidity. The plant does not like too much humidity. So you definitely want to take this off so it can breathe and get proper airflow. Seeds can take anywhere from 6 to 12 to 20 days to germinate. Majority of the time they don't take that entire 20 days, but it can take up to a week to germinate. So just be patient. As long as the seed is viable and the soil is moist, you're completely fine. You just want to make sure you give it time. It is officially the next day. I have my fan going on my seedlings. I'm going to show you the moisture that is now on the humidity dome that I put over the tomato seedlings. It is still 76 degrees inside of there, but everything is looking awesome. You see the moisture, so that is a good sign. This is the lettuce that I started a couple of weeks ago. Onion, I have some onion back there that hasn't quite sprouted yet. Brassica, Swiss chard. Down here is eggplant and herbs and more onions. The amount of soil that I was able to make, I think that this is cheaper than purchasing seed starting mix from the store that is already made. So I will 100% be doing this again. For now on, this is going to be the only way that I make my seed starting mix. I'll put the amount and the breakdown of what I spent up on the screen. This is a 50 quart container, and this is how much it filled. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. Let me know how you start your seed starting mix. Do you start a smaller amount than I do? Do you use peat moss? What is your combination? What's your recipe? Let us know down in the comments. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you want to be a part of an amazing gardening community on Facebook, head on over to Facebook and join us. We are over 200 members now, and everyone loves each other. We love sharing gardening tips and tricks, and we have even exchanged seeds over there. So I love the fact that we have created a gardening community where we all feel like friends and family. So that is my goal. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.